Take a look at this desk. It's a custom, height-adjustable workstation that fits perfectly into this odd-shaped corner space in my new office. It has a massive 120cm by 60cm work surface, zero visible cables, and completely custom under-desk storage for my electronics. Apart from one of the corners cut, it looks like a high-end factory-made product. But I didn't buy it like this, and I didn't build it in a fancy, fully equipped YouTube workshop. I built this using standard DIY tools like a circular saw, an angle grinder, and combined it with an affordable 3D printer and artificial intelligence. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I evolved my basic DIY skills to build the desk I've been dreaming of for years. I've always loved making things, but working from the corner of a standard UK garage means that I've been limited in what I could create. No table saws, no welding machines. I could build functional things, but they always looked, well, homemade, unimpressive. I always looked at 3D printers with envy, but the cost and the steep learning curve kept me away. That changed recently when printers like the Bambulab had their iPhone moment, becoming incredibly affordable and user-friendly. But to make custom parts, I still needed to learn CAD software. CAD stands for Computer Assisted Design, and engineers use this to design components on the computer. With any new technical skills, there's always a steep learning curve, and I am no engineer. Next to a full-time job and my kids, there's only a limited amount of extra frustration I can handle. So to bypass a lot of that learning curve, I used AI. I used an LLM chatbot called Gemini to guide me through the FreeCAD learning curve and troubleshooting, helping me design and manufacture my own custom pieces practically from day one. I am not kidding. An actually useful item, custom made for my own requirements on day one. In my videos, I will share with you my journey in detail. In this video, let me show you how all that came together in this one build to hopefully convince you that you should also consider evolving your DIY skills. The first major hurdle was the space available. The desk had to fit into this odd trapezoid-shaped corner where the wall is only 109 centimeters wide. I didn't want to get a small desk, which meant chopping down my brand new Destronic height-adjustable desk at 5 different points. I used a circular saw for the laminated worktop and finished it with an iron-on edge tape. The cut isn't the cleanest, to be honest, but it's facing the wall, so it's barely noticeable. For the leg and metal frame, I had to use an angle grinder to cut it, and then spray painted the bare metal so it looked factory fresh and wouldn't rust. These cuts came out really nice. Once the desk physically fit, I had to focus on the ergonomics. None of the desks online had the perfect keyboard shelf that is large enough for both the keyboard and the mouse, but low enough so the keyboard can fit between the shelf itself and the desk frame once the shelf is pushed in. So using FreeCAD, I designed these custom brackets. Even gave them these curves because it instantly makes the part look professionally made. I paired the brackets with these drawer runners that I got cheap online and the black laminated panel that I got from my local DIY shop. Making all of these in black, it blends really nice with the rest of the desk. The shelf ended up being very solid. It will easily last as long as the desk itself. Next, the monitors. I already had this old cheap monitor stand on my old desk, which has done a fantastic job over the years, so I decided to migrate it onto my new desk. It also fits really nicely with the minimalist look that I wanted. To mount it to the new desk, I just needed to drill a hole straight through the 25mm thick desktop. A lot of people don't realize, but having the right light setup can have a big impact on your work area. Too dark and it may become depressing. Harsh direct lights, on the other hand, can make your eyes uncomfortable on the long term. I found the best solution for me is to have a nice strong light just behind the monitors, so it creates not only this stylish effect, but also a nice even light level in my corner. I also have a dimmable main light in the room for the dark winter months in case I need some extra brightness. To make this, I connected 2 standard light fixtures with a light switch and a standard UK plug. Then I attached it to the monitor stand using my own custom design bracket. Now let's talk about cable management. For any work desk, black cables against white wall are a huge eyesore. Also, for standing desk to work, cables running down to the floor need to be long enough to work at any desk height. To hide the cables running down from the monitors, I designed and printed this uniquely shaped cable tunnel. Cables can be easily pushed in or pulled out, and it also doubles as an interesting design feature. I also printed a tiny bracket for my docking station to stop its cables from marking the wall when the desk moves up and down. Under the desk, I used Velcro cable ties to make everything nice and tidy. A big challenge that I had to solve was how to organize my desktop PC and work laptop in a practical way that aligns with the minimalist design that I was aiming for. For the laptop, I designed this holder that allows me to store it out of sight and easily remove it each day, while also looking like it was factory made with the desk. I also added these vents, mostly because without them the design looked a bit meh, but it really sells that professional look. I also attached this old headphone storage that I had for my old desk. Again, both of these blend in nicely with the rest of the desk, thanks to the black color. The final piece of the puzzle was my old Logitech 2.1 speaker system that had multiple wires running from the desk to the subwoofer. I refused to put the subwoofer on the desk, but leaving it on the floor meant the cables wouldn't reach where the desk was raised. The solution? I printed this custom under-desk bracket. Due to its size, I had to print this in two parts, which were screwed together. I added some aesthetic cutouts to enhance design, but mainly to save me print time and filament. As you can see, by combining traditional basic DIY with a 3D printer and a little help from AI, I was able to build a workspace with zero compromises. It saves space, looks professional, and meets every single one of my highly specific needs. I want to share my journey with you and prove that cash and time-poor DIYers can evolve their skills to a high level we never thought was possible, and hopefully inspire you too. If you want to see the specific design process for any one of these printed accessories, I'll be making deep dive videos on those soon. Thank you for watching, and go and make some awesome things.